welcome everybody.
Welcome to another MSI Insider live stream. My name is Mike and I'm here together with the one and only
Erik, with a C.
Yeah, with a C, not
yes.
a K.
Yes, I don't know why.
Only in the weekends.
Yeah, only in weekends with a K, and without Q.
Yeah.
Welcome everybody.
Yes, cool topic today, because Intel has launched some new processors within the same generation basically. So it's still the Core Ultra 200S series, but they launched
A refresh.
Yeah, I wanted to say 2 new models. That's not exactly true, but basically 2 new models and variations on it.
I'm going to walk to the camera because something fix.
What are you fixing? He's gonna destroy stuff. Oh. Okay, so far so good.
No, better.
Yeah, now it's easier for us to reach out,
yes.
So that's definitely a benefit. Before we start, we do have a special giveaway today where you can win a copy of a Resident Evil Requiem, the new Resident Evil version.
Yeah, very nice game. Didn't play it yet. I'm too scared.
Scared, yeah. I thought so. Yeah, I'm also not the horror game kind of player, but if you enjoy
if you play a horror game in VR, it's like you don't sleep anymore.
Now I'm also gonna skip on Resident Evil, but for the people who enjoy horror games, make sure to join the giveaway. Go to msi.com/2/insider, or if you're watching on Twitch or YouTube, then you can also follow the direct link. There are bot puts in the chat once every 5 minutes, so make sure to participate. Throughout the stream, we'll do several drawings, so you only have to sign up once. And you have a chance to win this game. Erik.
I'm trying to read the chat. You made it really small. My
this
God.
is the age difference.
Yeah.
We nowadays have this very nice auto cue where we can read the chat, but it's a little bit smaller than the screen that we used to have before.
Mm-hmm.
And now Erik is a bit confronted with his age.
No.
Are you wearing your lens?
Yeah, I'm wearing my one lens, yes. Yeah, so
it's easy to read.
Yeah, please use capitals, people. Shout in the chat.
Usually not, but now it's
now it's allowed. Yeah. It's a game giveaway. Yes, indeed.
It is.
Okay, so let's start, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So over here you see 3 new CPUs, which Intel launched on Monday, I believe.
Yeah.
Monday afternoon.
Yeah, Monday.
So 2 days ago, basically.
Basically there are 2, but one is with integrated graphics.
So they have the Core Ultra 7 270K plus, the Ultra 5 250K plus, and then there is still a KF variant, and the F does mean no integrated graphics. So then that's without, but this generation, I mean, these are focused at gaming, so integrated graphics doesn't matter.
It's not only focused at gaming, because these
also productivity
CPUs are actually very good for productivity.
Yeah, because they get extra cores.
Yeah, and that's also what makes the new names slightly confusing, because we used to have the Core Ultra 9, which was a 24-core processor, and we had the Core Ultra 7, which up until now was a 20-core processor. So there was a core difference now. But now we have a new Core Ultra 7, the 270K plus, which is also
Let's maybe first talk about the differences.
Yeah.
Indeed, so 4 cores extra. Also
for both of them?
Yeah,
so
for both of them.
Compared to the previous Ultra 7 and Ultra 5?
Yeah, a little bit more cash, but I mean, who's counting?
It does make a difference in certain...
They increased 100 megahertz on the E cores and 200 on the P core, so this will make a difference. Then the die-to-die frequency, so that's the internal, you have different dies, the CPUs are now made of tiles. So the die-to-die communication is 900 megahertz. And yeah, you will see some benefit in some benchmarks, also memory. And then the memory frequency increased for CUDIM from...
And this is important to mention, because I read a couple of reviews and it's not made very clear everywhere. But the official memory frequency...
I have a slide for that.
Yeah, that you can run with regular modules is 5600 mega transfers per second.
Official, yeah.
Because in practice, basically all of the Core Ultra 200S series can reach much higher and can already basically reach that 7200.
Yeah.
But with CUDIM modules, you were already able to officially go higher on the existing 200S models. So that was 6400 mega transfers per second. And now with the Plus series, this is increased to 7,200 megatransfers per second. So the official support is specifically on CU DIMM, but we, for example, use regular memory modules, also 7,200, and it also works fine, but it's not official support from Intel.
But that's with all the overclocking speeds on memory.
Yes, but it's technically overclocking.
Yeah, but it's validated, right? I mean, we have a QVL list where you can see which memory, on what frequencies it can run. But this also depends a little bit on the
quality
CPU,
of the CPU, the memory controller inside. But even your individual memory modules can always make a bit of a difference as well.
So no guarantees.
But usually,
just luck.
At least from our experience, the Intel 200S series are good with high memory frequencies, as long as you use 2 memory DIMMs, so 1 DIMM per channel.
Yeah.
So if you use 4 memory modules, then it gets a lot lower.
So basically, more cores, more performance, and faster memory support.
So what would you then expect? A higher price, right?
Yeah, normally with Intel, yes.
Yeah, and this is what really caught me off guard, at least, because
big surprise.
Yeah, like in terms of architecture, nothing has changed basically.
This is just a refresh, and normally
refreshed, a little bit of optimization.
A normal refresh of Intel is like 100 or 200 megahertz more.
Yeah,
that's it.
And that's it. Yeah.
Thank you. Bye bye. Same price, or we ask more.
Now they did a few more tweaks. They added extra cores, but then you would expect that it was at least the same price, but they lowered the price quite significantly.
Yeah.
And especially the Core Ultra 5 250K plus is extremely aggressive on price.
$200.
Yeah, $200.
Yeah. And if we compare that with the old...
For an 18-core processor.
Yeah, at the bottom we have the old CPU, so you have the Core 7 265K, the Core of the Ultra 5 245K, and the KF, but let's not talk about that one. So they were $400 and $320.
So these are the launch prices.
Yeah, launch prices.
Yeah. Nowadays, of course, you can get them for a lower price.
Well, I mean, if you would pay the same price for the 270K and the 265K, you will still go for the 260.
Of course.
Well, we talk later about that performance. Yeah. But the performance is good. Surprisingly good.
And also in core count, it's basically the existing Core Ultra 9 that we had. But now that you can get the Core Ultra 7 with the cores of a Core Ultra 9 for the price of a Core Ultra 5 with the original launch, that is a big change, because I think a lot of media also were quite critical about the Intel launch, the 200S series.
Some issues at the beginning.
Yeah, some
performance issues, settings issues.
Not the game performance, what certain people expected, but still charging a relatively hefty price.
Yeah. Well, I mean, pricing was not the problem. The problem was that AMD was offering better performance at a lower price level. Yeah.
And that has kind of turned around.
Now they're playing the AMD game.
Basically, yeah.
We have good performance.
But it's always good. Competition, you get a cat and mouse game between them.
And I think this is now important because the memory price is still very high. I mean, it settled down a little bit at like 4 times the price we talked about in November, but still very expensive. And then, these kind of attractive CPU pricing, I think everybody will appreciate it. At least I do.
So this is now kind of interesting, because I think a lot of people who will now build a new PC will spend more money on their memory kit than on their CPU.
Yeah.
And that has been very different for a long, long time. Because now, like a 32 gig DDR5 memory kit is basically twice the price of this Core Ultra 5. But yeah, 32 is probably what most people will be looking at when building a system with this CPU. But yeah, very interesting, and maybe not from a technical perspective. Yes, things have gotten a bit better. They added more cores, but the price is an extremely aggressive strategy, I would say.
Yep. Let's talk a little bit about performance.
Yeah.
We have the CPUs here. We have some new motherboards we're going to show you as well. So later we will do benchmarks. This is the data from Intel. So, I mean, it's just as a reference. So what are they saying? This is the 245K versus the 250K. So the new one is the 250K plus, I should say.
Yeah.
So here we talk about for CPU-Z multi-threaded, let's say 32, I'm marketing, so 32% extra performance. Cinebench, sorry, that's CPU-Z. So Cinebench, 28% more performance, and Shadow of the Tomb Raider, 117% more performance. So big steps forward.
Well, it's not 117% more performance, but I think 117% of the performance of the other CPU.
Yeah. Yeah, there they say enhancement, and here it's game performance.
That's a bit confusing. So
it's tricky.
Yeah. But
indeed. Tricky marketing.
Still quite a bit of a.
Yeah. Then we're going to look at the two 65K, so the previous Ultra 7 versus the Ultra 7 to 70K plus. And here CPU, CPU performance 22% up, 23%. Cinebench R23 also 22 to 23%. And Shadow of the Tomb Raider almost 40% up.
I'm gonna move my monitor a bit, that's better.
Yeah, so yeah, very interesting. And that's for a very attractive price. And then they're looking at the 285K. So this is the Ultra 9, the high-end platform. And at this moment, they did not release an Ultra 9 plus CPU. So we have to do with the Ultra 7 to 70K plus CPU.
But actually, when you look at these two, they're very similar CPUs.
Core count is the same?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they do have some frequency differences. So I believe, from the top of my head, the P cores are clocked 100 megahertz higher on the Ultra 9, and I think the E cores are clocked 100 megahertz higher on the Ultra 7 Plus in this case. But because of the other optimizations, you can still get better performance.
So here they're talking Cyberpunk, 5% performance, Far Cry 6, 7% performance, Final Fantasy, 13% more, let's say almost 40% more performance, and Shadow of the Tomb Raider, again, 20% more performance than the previous Ultra 9 CPU.
And that's a whole different price range.
That was very expensive.
Yeah. We're talking like 500-600, and now you get this at the 300.
Absolutely. I didn't check prices recently, so it's interesting what they will do with this CPU, because basically I would say it has to drop below the price of the Ultra 7 to 70K plus.
Yeah, or at least
Or they don't have stock anymore. You know, they sold out.
Yeah, could be.
Maybe they already cleared stock in the last few months.
Because they are almost the same CPUs in many aspects. There are only slight differences, and in certain situations even a slight edge for the Ultra 7 to 70K plus.
Indeed. Let's maybe talk a little bit about this. Small improvement. In the previous generation, Intel had a lot of different software packages you needed to download and install. Everything was shattered all over the place. It was a nightmare. Now they have what they call IPP of i3, IPP. 3 Ps.
Yeah.
Basically, they have one package where all performance package. So also their performance, the tuning software is included. Everything is included in one package. So that will make everybody's life more easy. Michiel, let's maybe talk about the setups we have today here.
Yeah. Today we'll be comparing the old Ultra 7, so the existing model, the 265K, or I think you have a KF, so that's the only difference is that it doesn't have integrated graphics.
Which one are we talking about?
That's your system.
This one.
Yeah. So this is the CPU that we already knew, the Ultra 7 265KF in this case. We're running an RTX 5080. Why are we not running a 5090? That's because we needed two of the same GPU, and we only had one 5090 on hand, and we had two 5080s.
Yeah.
They have a bit of a different cooler, but they should be close in terms of performance. Then we are running 32 gigabytes of Kingston Fury memory, and this is DDR5 7200. I believe it's CL34. And we also have the same memory kit on my system for fair comparison. The motherboard that it's running on is the MSI Z890 Tomahawk Wi-Fi motherboard.
I think we cannot show you that. Yeah, it says Tomahawk.
Yeah. And yeah, this is a somewhat older liquid cooler, an S360, but it's a 360 millimeter liquid cooler. So that's also relatively close in performance to what I'm using. Because I'm using the 270K plus, so this is the updated Ultra 7 model. I'm also running it on the new MSI Z890 Tomahawk Max Wi-Fi 2.
Can I see that? Yeah, well, it says Tomahawk. It doesn't say Tomahawk 2.
Yeah, but this is the 2 model.
New updated version.
Yeah, I'm also running that DDR5 7200 Kingston Fury memory kit.
It's hidden away by all the cables and tubing.
Yeah.
We don't do cable management here. You know, just a test bench.
Yeah, on a test bench, not so much.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I'm also running an RTX 5080 GPU to get a bit of a fair comparison between these two.
A liquid cooler, P13?
Yeah, it's a P13, also 360mm model, so we have the same radiator size at least. They are different coolers, but they are not too far apart in terms
This
of
one is a little bit slower because it doesn't have RGB in the fans.
Yeah, so your FPS will drop by 200 at least.
Cheater.
But you have RGB in your memory module, so it should be okay. And in your graphics card, and I don't have that. So.
Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about Core Liquid P13. This is one of the new liquid coolers we're using today on this new 270K plus CPU series.
We have also done a live stream about this.
We have a live stream, so if you're interested. But yeah, this is a very nice liquid cooler. It has a lot of the Project Zero features. So trying to remove cables in the...
That's also why you have a lot more cables around your test bench.
But I did some effort to hide them.
At least you attempted.
yeah, that's true, that's true.
Also a nice screen on there that you can actually also use like basically as a monitor.
Yeah.
So in our live stream we also demonstrated you can play video games on it.
Yeah.
Quick remark here, not all games support this resolution, but in certain situations you can play video games on it. But yeah, good cooling performance as well, which will be perfectly fine for this 24-core CPU that we're using.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about. Maybe I can show you this. Yeah, let me go because next week, no, 2 weeks in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah, the 8th of April.
8th of April, indeed. We're going to do a live stream about Crimson Desert. I already saw it hit 2 million. I want to say downloads, but that sounds negative. But 200 copies sold, so probably more downloaded. Very interesting game. We have a bundle with AM5 motherboards.
Yeah.
Let me go to main and open this landing page over here. That's the wrong one. Oh, that's even wrong. Promotions, game bundle. So basically, if you go
just to make clear, this is on AM5 motherboard, so not the motherboards we're talking about today, because this, of course, these are Intel motherboards.
It is brand new, yeah.
Yeah.
So over here, what's new? MSI promotions, and then you see here AMD has a game bundle with if you buy the CPU. So this means also if you buy a desktop or a notebook based with AMD CPU, then you get this game bundle. But from MSI side, we also have a bundle with motherboards, and this is Dutch.
You can put it to the international side. Yeah. Then you can also see in which countries it's available.
This is in a lot of countries.
Yeah.
So let's take UK. Now at least we're looking at an English product page. So you see the invoice period is until the 6th of April, redemption period until the 4th of May. And
by the way, the keys left that it says that's specifically for that region, so that's not worldwide.
Yeah, and here you have a list of the models, and this can differ per region, but basically they're the max motherboards. All X870, all AM5.
And what's also quite interesting is that AMD is also running a game bundle with Crimson Desert. So if you purchase an MSI notebook with certain AMD CPUs, then you can also get a copy of Crimson Desert.
Oh, it said that.
Oh, you already did?
Yeah, good that you were awake and paying attention.
Good that you mentioned it specifically, because...
I did?
Yeah? I don't think anyone heard them.
No, okay, that's possible.
So make sure to check it out. That's a different landing page, by the way.
In 2 weeks' time, I'm also going to attempt to play this game. I really don't know.
Attempt to?
Yeah, well, I don't know. You know, normally it's like, are there dragons in? Because then I don't like it.
I'm also a dragon game.
Yeah, so I really didn't have time to look into this game. I see a lot of people are really enthusiastic about it. And we will also talk a little bit about new hardware, but at this moment I don't know what kind of hardware. We will see. We still have the Carbon Max I want to talk about, but we will see.
Interesting motherboard.
Also AMD.
With a certain very interesting feature.
Yeah. Indeed. Let's talk about these motherboards.
Yeah, because this is also a brand new motherboard. I have it right here in the box. And this is really new. This arrived in our office this morning. And yeah, there we go. And this is the Z890 gaming
Actually,
plus
it would
Wi-Fi
arrive
6E.
last week, and then it would
would
arrive
have, yeah.
on Monday, and then it arrived because we still need to shoot a video with it. Because normally we shoot the video before we have it in a live stream.
Yeah.
Because if Erik is in the live stream, he probably will scratch and damage it.
Yeah, our video editor hates Robin. You may have seen him in an earlier stream where we talked about content creation. He hates it when we use motherboards before we filmed unboxing videos.
But he's right. I mean, so, you know, if you film in 4K, high resolution.
Hamburger for lunch, fingerprints on it.
Yeah, and all the small scratches or damage, you know, you will pick it up on the camera.
Yeah.
So he wants to record a brand new product.
So when this arrived earlier today, he ran into the studio to quickly record everything for the unboxing video.
He did an amazing job.
Yeah, so
you still need to edit it, so we don't know what the end result will be.
Yeah. So somewhere in the coming weeks, you will see a video.
Nah. This will be end of middle of April.
Yeah, it will still take a while because there's still.
We're still working on other videos.
A few more videos to be edited, but you will see the video pop up on our YouTube as well.
Yeah. So this is a new Z890 Gaming Plus Wi-Fi 6E motherboard, and the Gaming Plus. This Plus is not because Intel launched Plus CPUs. This Gaming Plus we already have for some time.
Yeah.
So Michiel, I'm going to take this camera, right?
Yeah.
I think that's.
There we go. So brand new motherboard, has not been used yet, only been filmed this morning.
1 moment. Yeah, like this.
So basically when you compare this to, for example, the Tomahawk, this is a bit more modest motherboard. It still's got a nice gaming look and feel to it, but in terms of feature set is a step below the Tomahawk. So it still has quite a good VRM. In this case it has 14 times 55 amp Dr. MOS, so driver MOSFETs, specifically for the CPU. But that is a little bit less than what you would see on Tomahawk, for example. You still get 4 M.2 slots. So one here on top, that's a Gen 5. Then Gen 4, it's also marked on the heatsink. And then here are 2 more Gen 4 underneath the heatsink as well. So all of them are covered by M.2 Shield Frozr heatsink. Let's maybe turn to the I/O. And this is where you will find another difference compared to the Tomahawk, because where on Tomahawk you will get a Thunderbolt port that is not available on this board. So there you will also see a little bit of the difference between these different boards at different price points. You do, however, get quite a bit of USB, you get display outputs.
It looks like now all mainboards have integrated the I/O shields, right?
That's nice, right?
Yeah.
Because it's a lot less hassle when building your PC. Also, you cannot lose those shields over time, which has, of course, never happened to me.
Or cut your fingers.
Cut your fingers.
Or lose your fingers.
Yeah. Also, the Wi-Fi on this board is Wi-Fi 6E, where compared to, for example, a Tomahawk, there you will get Wi-Fi 7. So those are a bit of the differences that you can expect. It still has the Flash BIOS button. So you can still flash your BIOS by using a USB flash drive, and specifically that port. And you can flash it by only connecting your power supply, so you don't need a CPU, memory, graphics card, etc. installed to flash your BIOS.
And this is useful in case, for example, Intel releases a new CPU, but your motherboard BIOS doesn't support it, and you don't have an old CPU to boot the motherboard to flash it.
Yeah, then you can just use this button.
Just connect power, USB drive, push the button, and it will be updated.
Yeah, and then you flash the BIOS and you can use your new CPU.
Yeah. So this motherboard also has an extra connector for power.
Yeah, for a higher power excursion if you use a lot of PCIe devices on your motherboard.
Yeah, or also if you use, for example, RGB.
Yeah.
Just to balance out the whole board.
Yeah. So it provides extra power to the whole board indeed.
Yeah.
The LAN on this is still 5 gigabit LAN, so that is the same actually as you will find on, for example, a Tomahawk. So it's not downgraded to a 2.5, it's still 5 gigabit LAN. And it's also still killer LAN on this one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And the USB-C in this case is at 10 gigabit per second.
Yeah. And what about the front? Because we also have, so that's the rear I/O. So actually we're damaging the color box already.
Yeah, so that's good that, that Robin already filmed this.
So what about this one?
I don't know what the speed of this one is.
I would say 10 as well.
Could be.
We
I
can.
haven't checked that yet.
You can check it. Oh, yeah, we hide that slide. So
I think it could potentially be 20 gig per second.
Could be.
Yeah, actually, I think it is. Then you also have two regular USB. Well, we always call them 3.0 headers, but with the new USB name, it's actually not called 3.0 anymore. But it's basically USB 5 gigabit per second ports, and each header can power another 2 ports. So 4 ports in total. There you have the Type C indeed.
Yep. SATA.
Yeah.
4 SATA.
Quite beefy
Still
heatsinks
alive.
also on the VRM. And as you can see, it also has the choke pads. So the heatsinks, they stretch all the way over.
As you can see, that's quite difficult.
If you take the correct angle, at least.
Yeah.
But the heatsink stretches all the way over the chokes, and there are thermal pads in between as well. And this is not specifically because the chokes, they don't really produce a lot of heat, but because they're located so close to the driver MOSFETs in this case, it does help to basically cool down the whole area around it.
Nope.
Yeah, you will not find the choke pads on the side where there are no chokes, Eric.
Well, I see some MOSFETs.
Yeah, those are the driver MOSFETs.
Yeah.
But the chokes are on the other side.
Yeah, at least I'm trying to do my best.
At least you tried. So that is the new Z890 Gaming Plus Wi-Fi.
Yeah, available
6E?
available in a couple of weeks, I would say.
Yeah, should be. I see a question in YouTube chat. 2 times NVMe slots? No, it has 4 of them.
1, Gen 5, Gen 4, 1. Of actually, so
Yeah,
number 2.
Yeah, that was confusing. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I corrected myself.
Yeah, good.
Number 3 and number 4.
Yeah,
So
so 3
here
and
the-
4 are also Gen 4.
Yeah. So basically 3 Gen 4 slots and 1 Gen 5.
Correct. Yeah, so still, I would say in this segment, still quite a hefty feature set.
Yeah. Let's talk about the other motherboards we have.
Yeah.
That's also a new one.
This
And
is
that is
the Tomahawk
the
2. basically.
MAG Z890 Tomahawk Wi-Fi 2.
2.
No max, no plus.
No max, no plus.
But a 2.
Yeah,
A 2 like Romanian 2.
Yeah,
Like
Max we used for the AMD ones,
Yeah.
and there we have the bigger BIOS on those.
Mhm,
With the platform longevity, of course, AMD we need
I'm
to...
going back to the PPT, maybe that's more clear.
Yeah, so on the AMD we have the increased BIOS size, and that has to do with the AM5 platform longevity, as well as an external clock gen, so you can play around with the base clock as well. This is not a Max series board, but it still has a nice feature set. So also when you would, for example, compare it to the Gaming Plus, the Tomahawk is just slightly higher end in most segments.
It has Thunderbolt, it
Yeah.
has some other more beefy
Beefier
VRM.
VRM.
Yeah.
So I think on this model it's
We can
80 or 90 amp smart power stages. I think.
90, I believe.
Yeah, it is 90. So 1690 amp smart power stages. So the Gaming Plus had driver MOSFET.
Let's
this
maybe
one
go
has
through everything. So first VRM on the right top side.
Yeah, so 16 smart power stages, 90 amp, and that's specifically for the CPU. Then there are also quite a few things the same. For example, the extended heatsink you will also find on the Tomahawk. It also has 4 M.2 slots, also the primary one being Gen 5, the other ones being Gen 4. You do get some extra quality of life functionality, like the easy DIY stuff. So you have the easy PCI Express release. So that's
Later
the
we go
button.
into more detail about that.
Yeah. Also the easy M.2 shield frozzer. So
Let's
just
maybe,
the whole building process.
I believe we have some slides about that. So yeah, the cooling.
Yeah, so in terms of cooling, of course you will find M.2 shield frozzer on all M.2 slots. You get the extended heatsink design, you also get the choke pads here. Actually in terms of cooling, I would say these are relatively similar. And that
So
mostly has to do with the upgraded cooling on these more entry-level boards nowadays.
So
than the other way.
if we look at the cooling, do we get like the M.2? I want to switch to this camera, but yeah, it's difficult to see the motherboard like this. But do you get double-sided M.2 cooling?
On that one, I believe you do. On this
Okay.
one, you don't. So I can take this off because on the primary one, there is an easy one here.
And I need to switch to mobile again.
Yeah. So here you see that it is a single-sided M.2 shield frozzer. So you have a cooling pad on the shield itself, but not below. Is that a problem? Depends a bit on the SSD you're using.
Yep.
If you're running a very high-end Gen 5 SSD with a very large capacity, then you will also have memory chips.
Or double-sided.
Yeah, because if you have a very large capacity, then you usually also get chips on the rear side of the SSD. Then it can make a bit of a difference. So then it might be worth it to upgrade to a model that has dual-sided. But on the Gaming Plus, you will only find a single-sided, for example.
Okay.
Chipset heatsink also quite big on it.
Easy connector design,
yeah.
EasyCon. Both of these motherboards have that. And that's basically for the new liquid coolers like the P13.
Yeah.
You have a combined cable, which is basically running the fan and the RGB at the same time. So instead of having multiple connectors, you only have one cable you connect to the motherboard.
Maybe we can show it on the board.
Yeah.
Because this one actually has an EasyCon 2 design. It's a bit hidden between the cables. So now you see, I got a shock from you. Damn.
For me?
Yeah, Pikachu. Here you see it connected. It is now connected with an EasyCon 1 connector.
Almost burned the motherboard and the CPU and the GPU.
Or we gave it a speed bump.
Yeah, that's true.
But this is with the PWM and the addressable RGB signal. But the connector itself also supports EasyCon 2, and that adds a USB signal. So for future model liquid coolers, for example, with the screen, you could also connect it through that.
I felt it as well. You sounded scared.
Yeah, I am scared. I just got electrocuted here.
Yeah. Then I combined some slides here. This is about the VRM system. We already talked about it.
Yeah.
So the Gaming Plus has 55A Dr. Moss, and the Tomahawk 2 has 90 amp smart power stages. They both have core boost, 2-ounce copper in the PCB. I think they also have 6 layers PCB both? Or?
Yeah, both of them 6 layers. Yeah,
indeed. Digital VRM IC or PWM IC. Yeah. I think nowadays most motherboards have that, right?
Yeah.
But we still promote it. In the past this was something unique because a lot they had a different one.
Yeah, also the dual 8-pin power connector also becomes more and more common. It's not on all our boards, but nowadays on more and more. So in the past you wouldn't find this, for example, on a Gaming Plus, but now it's also on this Gaming Plus model.
Indeed. The power exertion, Mike already talked about it, and this is basically, I think we ditched the other slide, right, Mike? Yeah, we ditched it.
So basically the extra power connector on the bottom. It's just a regular 6+2 pin PEG power connector, so that should be available almost.
And that's because we also have some connectors which can draw 3 amps for RGB. So yeah, I mean, the more RGB you throw at it, the more power a motherboard uses, and then you still want to have
RGB, fans, SSDs. Yeah. So there's a lot on the motherboard itself now. Now where it's connected.
And then maybe in some cases with some spikes, the motherboard cannot get enough power via the 24 pin. Yeah. So that's why we have this extra connector.
Yeah. It's mostly if you want to use a lot of devices simultaneously. Yeah. Because, for example, we now have a relatively basic test setup, so now we don't even have it connected. But in case you want to run a lot of stuff simultaneously, then
I'm trying to read chat.
This is the safe option.
Hi.
Hello.
Okay, easy DIY. We already touched shortly on that, and there are different versions depending on price level, and that's also what you said. The Tomahawk 2 is a little bit more high-end. So if you look at this motherboard, can you maybe show the connector? Let me see, mobile.
The EasyM2.
Yeah.
So basically you press it on the side and you can just open it up like this. So you don't need any screws here.
Yeah. And then over here at the bottom?
Yeah, so this is still the first generation, basically, the EasyM2 clip. So you just press down your SSD here, you close it, and it's installed.
Yeah. Or you open it and it boing, pops out.
Yep. So no screws needed anymore.
Yeah. On other motherboards it's difficult to show.
This is specifically for the first slot, by the way. The other are still screwed. Yeah, the other ones are currently running, so there it's a bit more difficult to demonstrate. But
there you have the
notch. The clip too.
Yeah, that's like a notch, and you can basically you don't have a clip.
No.
Just a notch you can pull.
So you can do it with one finger. Basically, you can press it down and click in. You can do.
We tried many times in the live stream with one hand with the camera. Always fails. Yeah, but it's doable.
Also, if you want to remove it, you cannot always remove it with one hand, because if you have a dual-sided SSD and a double-sided M.2 Shield Frozr, then it kind of sticks to the thermal pad as well, because it's slightly moist, of course.
Yeah, but it's not about the one hand. I mean, normally when you assemble your PC, you have two hands. It's more about you don't have that small screw anymore.
The lovely screw.
Oh my God, I had so many fights with it. Not really fights, I mean, I was looking for it.
Just don't drop it in your power supply.
Oh my God, oh my God. I really,
but yeah, the M.2 screws.
That's first generation always like. They have something, it works, but I don't think about, okay, how can things be user friendly? How it's easy to use.
Older PCs had a lot more annoying things.
Yeah. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. Okay, we have a demo video. Do you think it works? Yeah. Hey, wow. Oh, is this also video? No,
it's
it's
animation.
not video. Yeah. Okay, we have a video.
Yeah, video.
Probably we don't have sound. I hope for you we don't have sound.
So this is a feature that you will find on the TOMAHAWK board, for example, the easy PCIe release. So you can just press the button and you release it, so then you can take it out. And when you install it, you press the button to lock it again. So you don't have to stab motherboards with your screwdriver anymore, Eric, in order to release your
Don't know what you're talking about.
The Gaming Plus, for example, does not have this feature, but we do have a bigger clip for this.
I can show that.
And this is a feature mainly because Eric uses a screwdriver to stab the motherboard.
Yeah.
We now enlarge this a little bit, so when your graphics card is installed and you are trying to reach with your hand in your PC to release it, you can press it at the very end, because especially with graphics cards, for example, with thicker backplates, it can be quite difficult to reach the...
And in this motherboard, the layout is not so much a problem, because we have here M.2, but sometimes it's next to the memory.
You can still use a large air cooler on this.
Oh, true. Yeah.
With an all-in-one liquid cooler, it's already a lot easier to reach it.
Yeah.
But
so let's see that on this motherboard.
Yeah.
See here, there is enough space. Not a lot, but so that's where I place my screwdriver. Don't do this at home.
Yeah, here you don't need it, because here you have the button.
Yeah, here you have the button indeed, and then on this motherboard you also have the button.
Because it's also
TOMAHAWK. Okay.
Yeah.
And on this motherboard, we cannot show, but
yeah, you can just open and close it. GigaRAM says I use a plastic rule to push them down. That's already a lot safer than the Eric way with a screwdriver. So like a piece of plastic.
Amateur. Why not use a screwdriver? It's very easy. No, don't. I'm joking.
Not covered by warranty. Just saying.
And this is actually true. In the past, sometimes we saw mainboards in our RMA, and not really about this, but with scratches on there for screwdrivers. Like, oh yeah, I didn't touch it.
Because it's pointy and it slides off, and you just ram it into the PCB. It's a very bad idea to do that. Yeah. Because you also have all the PCIe traces running there, so you don't want to stab your motherboard in that location.
Indeed. So a lot of other small DIY friendly design features. So we already talked about pre-installed I/O shield. Mike demoed the tool-free M.2 installation, so basically you don't need any screws for the heatsink. We talk about front Type-C, and both of them have front Type-C. We don't know about the exact speed. I can check that later. But
I think it's 20 for the both of them, but there is one difference between the two, and that's because TOMAHAWK supports power delivery on the front Type-C. It is important to mention here that you also need a case that is able to do this, because you need proper wiring to the front Type-C on your case as well. But then you can run 27 watt power delivery on the front Type-C on the TOMAHAWK.
Indeed.
On certain high-end models, like in the MEG segment, for example, we do have even higher power delivery.
So actually here it's confirmed, Mike. So on the Gaming Plus we have 20 Gbps.
Yeah.
So that also means that this one had it, but this one has extra power delivery, 27 watt.
So this is another example of more power that you draw from the motherboard nowadays, because this does not
without extra connector, because we have some more higher mainboards.
Yeah, those have.
Then we talk about.
That's what I just said. We never listen to each other.
Indeed. I wasn't paying attention. I was already checking this slide.
Okay, but good story, Aaron. Yeah, we appreciate it.
Okay, easy DIY antenna. Can you maybe demonstrate?
Yeah.
I mean, we have it here, so
it should be in here if our video ever put it back. There we go. So here we have the antenna that comes included with Gaming Plus, and in the past you had to screw this on. Now you can just push it in like this and done.
Yeah.
And also to remove it, just pull it out.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy DIY. That's where the name is from.
Yep.
The clear CMOS button. I mean, you...
No, that's not on the Gaming Plus, but that is present.
Yes,
on the
indeed, because this one had the BIOS flashback button. And then the debugger.
I can show it if you want, if you give me your phone. So we already showed the Flash BIOS button on the Gaming Plus, but here on the Tomahawk, you see 2 buttons over there. And the one on top is the Flash BIOS button, so that's the one you also had on the Gaming Plus. And then there you will find the clear CMOS button as well.
DRAM, please, capitals. I love the debug LED, but the one
from mine is under my graphics card, heatsink.
That's not good design.
They don't make a water block for my card, so I'm stuck with it covered.
Yeah, so you know, I believe, especially if you have a little bit older mainboard, in the recent years, there was way more attention on.
I can show you where it is here.
Yeah,
so.
There was way more attention on doing a smart PCB design. So where do you locate all the connectors? And in the last 5 years, I believe, a lot has changed on the motherboards.
Yeah, that's true. So this one also has the
hexadecimal.
Yeah, so you also get the number, so you can more easily search what the issue on your motherboard is.
Yeah, and on this motherboard, it's very small. It's over here.
So those are LEDs that will at least tell you where a potential issue is. So for example, is it your CPU, is it your memory, is it your graphics card, depending on which LED is lighting up.
Yeah, very small, cannot focus.
But here it's not hidden underneath the graphics card.
No. And you don't want to see them red anyway. Then you have a problem.
That's true, that's true.
Yeah.
You want to see them off eventually.
Storage, we already talked about that, yeah, Mike?
Question in chat, only 5 USB ports. You mean Tomahawk? No, I can show it up close again and we can go through them, because there are quite a few more. Yeah. So at this, yeah, there we go. So you see there are already 2 devices plugged in, the keyboard and the mouse. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Another 3, so that's already 7, and then you have the Thunderbolt Type-C and an additional Type-C over there.
What's that,
so
17?
Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 plus 2 is 9.
That's on the rear, I.O. 9, and then
you also have
the front. You have 1.
Yeah, there you can.
Here you have the 90 degree angled one.
Yeah. So out of both of them you can get. Yeah. So that's the Type-C is the angled one, and you have another Type A one there, and you can get another 2 connectors out of the Type A one.
So that's how many?
We were at 9, so that is 10, 11, 12.
And you have some pin headers or not anymore?
You also have USB pin headers indeed. So here, these are also USB ones. That's USB 2.0, but you can get another 2 out of these and another 2 out of these. And then there's actually not it, because this also has the EasyCon 2 connector, which is technically also a USB connector. So there.
We lost count, or how much are we?
Yeah, we were at 12. So this is 14, 16, and another one there is technically 17 already. Do I have everything now?
Yeah.
I think so.
17.
So quite a few more than 5 USB
And I will
ports.
tell you a secret. On one of these ports, you can put a USB hub.
Yeah,
and you have even more.
Yeah, but you also lose speed if you hook up multiple devices.
You want to have a number. This
but
is
for a mouse and a keyboard,
this is somebody who likes numbers.
I do kind of like it for like peripherals, like mouse,
I
keyboard,
have
headset.
you
indeed, just put them all in a hub, and
but not for transferring files, not for USB devices or hard drives or something.
Yeah. The peripheral is super easy. You only have one connector. You plug
and then
into
speed doesn't matter. It's just connectivity.
Yeah.
And that's why I use a hub for those. And for my, I have a mobile SSD. Always use a fast connector.
Indeed.
And that saves a lot of time with file transfer.
Yeah, for sure. And also, for example, here on the back, you also have the Thunderbolt. That one, for example, also supports display signal. It also supports 15 watt power delivery on the Thunderbolt.
That's what my question was.
Yeah. So, a lot of possibilities.
Okay, then yeah, we already talked about that. So both mainboards basically have the same M.2 layout, 1 Gen 5 and 3 times Gen 4. And yeah, also the SSD pricing are going up, not as fast as memory.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's all connected to each other. It's all flash memory.
It's a nightmare. Yeah. I mean, this is a never-ending story because each generation of NVIDIA.
Let's hope it ends sometime.
No,
but
I mean, each new generation of NVIDIA, they are using double the memory.
Mm.
You know that you want to have everything in your memory, all the data sets, so you can fast process it. So they can build factories, which takes like 3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, the coming 2 years it will be a nightmare, and after that it's still unforeseeable. But yeah.
It also depends on other markets as well than DIY components.
Did you see the profits of? Yeah, I'm not going to name companies, but yeah, memory vendors.
Those will probably be sky high.
Sky high.
Because the demand is much higher.
Also, those who are listed on the stock exchange.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah. And who doesn't have stock? Yeah, you know, when this happens, you always need to think, okay, who can benefit?
It's an interesting question on X. Shotmaxer is asking, can you make a Core Ultra board that supports DDR4? Very simple answer, no, because there is no DDR4 memory controller present in Core Ultra 200S series processors. This was different in
previous generation.
Yeah, in previous generations. So LGA 1700 processors like Elder Lake, Raptor Lake Refresh. So those are 12th, 13th, and 14th gen. Those CPUs had dual memory controllers. So there was both a DDR4 and a DDR5 memory controller present in the CPU. That is not the case anymore with the Core Ultra 200S.
So, and at that moment when those motherboards launched, we also had first DDR4 motherboards because DDR4 was mainstream.
Both. At launch we had both.
Yeah, but the biggest volume, or let's say the biggest lineup of a motherboards was DDR4 because that
DDR5
was volume.
was still very
DDR5 was available but at a premium price.
Yeah.
Also low speeds. You were talking about 5400.
I think
5200 maybe
500, 200.
Or 48 even, we also had that.
Yeah, that was like JDEC speeds, but I think at launch we had like one faster memory kit, and that was 5200.
We were like 5200, wow.
Yeah. Well, compared to DDR4.
Yeah, and it was very expensive, and that's why only on the higher motherboards we had DDR5.
CL40 as well.
And then, you know, I think it took about 1 year before you saw maybe even longer before you saw the crossover in pricing because, between DDR4 and DDR5. And then, meanwhile, step by step, we introduced more DDR5 models, and we end of life more DDR4 models. And technically, you can also make a combo board which supports both DDR4 and DDR5, but either one of them, so not at the same time.
Not simultaneously. You can use one memory controller at the time. Yeah.
So there are some boards on the market, but it's kind of...
but again, this is only LGA 1700.
Previous sockets. Previous generation.
Yeah.
And the problem with that is you know it's both not optimized. So both the memory speeds DDR4, DDR5 on the combo board are not that fast, but you can start with DDR4, and when DDR5 is low in price, you can take that out and put DDR5 in without having to change your motherboard or your Windows installation. This was also with DDR3 to DDR4, DDR2 to DDR2. We also made them, but this generation we didn't make them anymore. It's technically it's a bit tricky. And
it's also more expensive to make on the board. So
layers you need to have because memory is very high frequency signals.
Yeah.
So you need to isolate them in the PCB layers of your motherboard.
Indeed. Yeah. And also, if you, for example, still want to have 4 slots available on DDR5, you need to add another 2 slots at least.
Mike, I'm going to show you our first combo board. I think it's our first combo. Nah, maybe not.
I think I know them.
Yeah.
P35, I think.
No.
Or even older.
I have a better one.
The memory lover.
The memory lover.
Yeah, I do remember that one.
Oh, I need to put MSI here.
Yeah.
Is it this one? Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the memory lover motherboard. That was an interesting motherboard. How many memory slots did that one have? Because I think it...
I'm trying to get a...
I think it had 4 for both of them, right?
What is this? Can I not get a...
Or was it 6 in total?
Bing, my God. Oh, I just go to Google. So Microsoft will hate us.
Yeah, maybe you're familiar with this board. It was called MSI Memory Lover Motherboard. And this was in between DDR2 and DDR3, I think.
Same interface. And
So this is socket, this is LGA775, right?
anyway, I cannot, view image here, I have it.
Error.
Anyway, I will show you like
it's
this,
a very old image,
PPT. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, very small. But this was a memory lover, indeed.
What chipset was it? It was, I think it was either
P35?
Yeah, or 45. P35? P45.
That area,
Yeah.
indeed, yeah.
So LGA775.
Yeah. Long time ago.
Yeah.
Nice name.
There were also, when we moved over from AGP to PCI Express, so like first generation PCI Express, you also had those Frankenstein boards with both AGP and PCI Express on them. But usually they also had other limitations because it was very difficult with lanes, so you only had like a few lanes available on your PCI Express. Stuff like that. Oh, let's
going to do 2 lucky draws.
Okay. I will remind our viewers of the giveaway, because today you can win game codes for the new Resident Evil game, Requiem. We're giving away several game codes throughout the stream. Our first 2 will be drawn now by Eric. So if you have already signed up for the giveaway, no need to do anything anymore. You're automatically included for all draws.
Oh my god.
Oh, difficult name?
Well, you know.
Good luck with that.
Scoale? Scoale?
Can you repeat that?
Scoale, I think.
Wait, what?
Scoale.
Congratulations.
Scoale.
Sorry that Eric butchered your name, but you did win a game.
No. That's level 1.
Oh, it's getting increasingly difficult.
Oh, my friend, what did you do? Cos my... Yeah, you come here.
Oh my god. Cosmic Clamor?
Cosmic Clamor, yeah, that sounds...
Congratulations, you also won a game code for Resident Evil. So
what
congrats again, we will email the codes.
We need to make it much more easier.
Yeah.
Like numbers, everybody numbers.
Number 1, number 2.
Yeah.
But congrats again, we will email the codes to you in the coming days with some instructions on how to redeem it. Or well, Eric will do that. More about that later.
Yeah, I will do that. Okay. So, talk about memory, DDR5.
Yeah.
Yeah, these boards, well, actually, you can show that on this board as well, the back.
Yeah, it's an SMT soldering process. So you don't have the pins on the back of the memory slots anymore. There is. And also in the PCI. So here you see the difference. So this is, for example, a Gen 5 PCIe slot. It has SMT soldering. And these are Gen 4 slots, and those have the regular soldering still.
Yeah.
Main reason why we use...
This.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're unlucky, then yeah. Main reason why we use SMT soldering is because you get a clearer signal quality, so better signal quality, which is why we use this for DDR5 and PCIe 5. So for DDR4 motherboards, the older ones, we also still use regular soldering. But for those higher frequencies, those higher bandwidths, we need a better signal, so we use SMT soldering process.
Yeah, so both for the DDR5 and the PCI Express slot. I can show you that as well. So the PCI Express slot also uses steel armor.
Yeah. On the primary slot.
Yeah, on the primary slot. And that is for the heavy GPUs. I mean, not really heavy.
Already
very heavy.
And this is still 5080.
Yeah.
Because I took a 5090 out of this one earlier today, Supreme.
Yeah.
And that's, it's really heavy. So to make sure that nothing happens to your precious motherboard, we reinforce the primary slot.
Think about it. I mean, it's like this that most GPUs are mounted.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of weight and pressure on it.
Yeah. Especially on the back side of the slot, because of course on one side you screw it in the case, but the back it kind of hangs on it.
Yeah, so and we use on the TOMAHAWK 2 we have PCI Express Steel Armor 2, and on the Gaming Plus we have the normal previous generation Steel Armor.
Yeah,
and
so
that's also with easy.
Steel Armor 2 is even stronger than the regular one.
And that's, you know, like what we said, small differences like Thunderbolt, but also all the small things like we have the PCIe release button.
I saw someone saying earlier in chat, Tomahawk is never cheap, but that also has to do with these kind of things that you will find on Tomahawk.
Yeah.
Tomahawk is also not our most expensive board, not at all.
No. And not our cheapest.
No.
It's I think middle of the range.
I think that's also part of why it's so popular, because it does have the features that most people want, but it does not have the features that a lot of people
I would not say want, I would say need. Want is something, ooh, I want it, but I cannot afford it. And need is like,
it's not always
willing
need,
to pay
because
for it.
A lot of things are also quality of life. When you compare these boards, for example, the Gaming Plus, it has a lot of stuff you need, but there is stuff that you may want on the Tomahawk board.
okay, you win.
Because like the easy PCIe release button.
True. Yeah.
Do you need it?
No, you're right.
No,
you're right.
But it makes things easier.
Yeah. But that's also if you compare one lower end mainboard to a higher motherboard.
And also the debugging with the hexadecimal number. It's you don't need it, but it's easier.
Yeah.
And I think overall Tomahawk is always like a solid offering at a decent price, I would say.
That is indeed affordable price.
Yeah, affordable is always difficult because what's affordable for one is not affordable
on your
for the other.
earnings, your salary, indeed.
Yeah.
But well, I would say affordable compared to the CPU memory in the past.
You say compared to the CPU, but now CPU is very affordable, I would say, in this generation.
It's dynamic. It's a dynamic situation.
It's complicated.
Okay, let's talk. That's the Facebook status.
Yeah, relationships.
Yeah, relation. So let's talk about Thunderbolt 4. For the Tomahawk 2 also has Thunderbolt 4. I believe you know what it's about. So it is not only Thunderbolt 4, it's also USB 4. There are not a lot of USB 4 devices in the market. I think that's pity.
On storage you can.
Yeah, but not like USB 3. I mean,
no, but it's more
still
expensive.
A niche. But it's also much faster.
It is faster for sure. But yeah, you pay for the speed.
Yeah. Mike already said power delivery 15 watt, so you can have 27 watt on the front USB Type-C and 15 on the rear.
So on the front, I think it's especially interesting if you want to charge something. For example, on the front of your case, if you want to charge your phone or your tablet or whatever you want to charge. Why I think power delivery is interesting on the Thunderbolt is because it carries that display signal. So if you want to use something like a portable monitor or whatever, you only need a single cable. It will power the device. It will also get the display signal through.
One more mobile monitor over there.
I use them more and more nowadays, portable monitors. Also, for example, when traveling with a notebook also has Thunderbolt. You just plug it in, you have everything, and you have dual monitor on the go. I think they're also getting more affordable nowadays.
BIOS, I don't want to spend too much time on it. I mean, no new features,
like
but
BIOS
all the features you expect from us. With Game Boost, XMP memory, try it, the hardware monitor, we already talked about M-Flash, the flashing utility.
Yeah.
So let's talk about performance, Mike.
Of the new generation.
Yeah. So these benchmarks are done by Ruud.
I'm gonna make some space.
And we got a CPU a couple of weeks ago, month ago maybe. So Ruud always,
like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, enthusiastic. Mainboard, yes. Checkbox, yes. CPU, yes. Memory, and he starts testing. And then BIOS update, the driver update. Did you know this? Anyway, these are the latest benchmarks. I think he did 3 or 4 times the whole benchmark.
He did quite a few benchmarks.
And he made some small mistakes, like he used for compression or for conversion of files. He used like a slower SD. He did it with the same SD again, to make everything honest.
Yeah, to make it.
Yeah, so this is Cinebench 23, single threaded.
So you're running on 1 core in this case?
Yeah, and here you see basically on the bottom. Not on the bottom. Let's focus on the Intel. You see the U7 265, which is replaced by the 270K Plus, but has a way more higher score. So from 2189 to 2400. And in the middle is the previous Ultra 9 CPU.
So here you can already see that they're basically on par.
Yeah, and that's mainly, well, this single threaded. Now this has mainly to do with the clock cores.
No, because actually the i9 here has a slightly higher P-core frequency compared to the i.
So there are other optimizations
I still say
as well.
i7,
yeah,
i9,
I know.
Ultra 7, Ultra 9. I still have to get used to it.
Yeah.
But there are some more optimizations in there that also help in the Cinebench score in this case.
Shall we have a look at the multi-threaded performance?
Let's test it on our test benches. We have them
So
there for a reason. So
this is my test bench.
yeah, maybe you can also open up HW info so we can have a look at. We can prove what you're running.
Prove what I'm running.
Yeah.
One moment. Too much stuff here.
There's a mess on your desk, Eric.
Yep. No clean desk policy over here. I did sensors only again.
Change to summary only.
Yeah. Full mode, summary only.
Summary only.
Start.
Yeah.
Great. I hope you can see that. But over here you see this is the Intel Core Ultra 7 265KF. Actually, I have an F CPU.
Yeah, you have to F. So basically the only difference here is that this one does not have integrated graphics, which we're not using anyway today because we have an RTX 5080 in there. The rest, the clocks, the cache, everything is identical. So in terms of performance, it will also be identical compared
and we're using the previous MSI Z890 Tomahawk Wi-Fi motherboard. Yeah. So now we're going to mic. Can they see that? Yeah, on the top corner you see
talk
which
about your
CPU.
memory, by the way, first.
Oh yeah. What memory? Kingston 32 gig. What is this?
So 2x16.
Yeah. CL38.
Yeah. At 7200 megatransfers per second. So here it shows 3600, but it's DDR memory, double data rate, so you have to.
Is DDR5 7200. Yeah. Okay, so now we go to the system of mic.
So I'm running the new CPU, the Intel Core Ultra 7 270K Plus. As you can see, that also gives me more cores. So I have 8 P cores. You also have 8 P cores. Yeah. But I get 16 E cores.
I only have 12.
12. So this is a 24 core CPU compared to Eric's 20 core CPU. And mine is cheaper, just say. I'm running this on the MSI Z890 Tomahawk Wi-Fi 2, so that's a new model. Also 32 gigabytes of memory. Oh, wait, I click it away. When I press enter, I close it.
Amateur.
Yeah, rookie error. I will open it again. No, I won't press enter. There we go. Also running 32 gigabytes of memory, 3600, so times 2 is 7200 megatransfers per second. I'm using the same memory kit, by the way, so also CL38. What are you smiling at?
It's kind of interesting. Your GPU is Intel and mine is NVIDIA.
I have integrated graphics. You don't. I have a drop-down menu. Because I can choose.
Okay. Make it
I also
NVIDIA.
have an MPU here, and I have a GPU here. I have everything.
I don't.
Yeah, you have an MPU, but you don't have an integrated GPU.
Yeah. Okay.
So you have to.
I learned something today.
So I also have the RTX 5080. In my case, it's a Ventus. You're running the Vanguard.
Vanguard, as you see.
So basically, we're running very similar systems, but I'm running the new 270K Plus, and you're running the 265K. We already talked about single-threaded performance. We already saw a bit of a difference here in Cinebench. But let's also test multi-threaded performance.
We had a bit of problem just before the live stream. You saw Peter helping us. Yeah.
So we couldn't accept the terms and conditions because it was
You
out
want to have statistics on this one, package information on it?
No, you can close it if you want.
Okay, then it's faster.
Yeah, let me also close some stuff because there was a lot of stuff running.
Oh, now it's cheat mode. Let me close some stuff.
If you're going to make stuff serious, then
I'm going in my task manager.
It's on.
Steam cancel, Ubisoft cancel, Nvidia cancel, Epic cancel, Bluetooth cancel.
I hope it logs back in my...
Okay, I'm going to run it.
I still have my Steam running. Let me kill that one as well. It's all gone. And we hope it logs in when we try to test games.
I'm switching to mine.
Yeah, so Eric already has a head start.
So, because we're also live on TikTok, Instagram, we don't have a dual setup. Normally we have a side-by-side, but it's too small for portrait view. So, we're just going to switch scenes. So, this multi-core R23 is just a single run. And the score here is, you can see it also here, 35,257. So basically 32.5K Now
32.5?
35.2, sorry.
A bit of a difference.
Yeah. Okay, switching to Mike.
Yeah, so I will also start the multi-core benchmark. I already get a few more blocks with my extra cores.
Cheater. You even see it's faster.
Yeah, you do. Which makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So you had 35.2K.
Yeah, 35.2.
I have 44K.
Whoa. Okay.
It's quite an increase, right?
Yeah.
So
for
4 cores extra.
think about pricing.
Yeah. Mine's cheaper.
Yeah. Well, I think Intel, if they still
maybe
have
nowadays
stock
not
left,
anymore.
yeah.
Launch price quite a bit cheaper.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is a Cinebench monster, I would say, for a mainstream platform processor. This is a really high Cinebench score.
We can compare this also to other CPUs.
Yeah.
So, well, this is different timing, so the scores can differ a little bit. Let me see, 35.4, and I had 35.2, so a little bit of difference. But here at the bottom blue bar, you see the 265, which I benchmarked. In the top, you see what Mike benchmarks, the 270K plus.
What was the score here?
42.8. And you have 44.
44.
Even higher. It's cheat mode.
Because I disabled Steam and Ubisoft.
And I didn't. Did you really?
Yeah. So I hope it logs back in later on.
Oh, yeah. Okay, and then in the middle you see the previous Ultra 9 285K, and that has a score of, in this case, 41.8K. So it's faster and way cheaper. I mean, 1 month ago, if you bought the CPU, you would have paid 500, 600, maybe more?
For the Ultra
285, yeah.
Around, 500. Yeah, it depends a bit on the region. But
let's say 550, I even think, yeah?
Yeah, I think
549. Okay, so yeah. And we also put, or not we, I mean Ruud also put AMD in this chart.
Yeah.
At the top you have the 9800.
2 CPUs, and he did that for a reason, because one is really a gaming CPU. So the Ryzen 7,
top one.
I think he did the 9800 or 50?
9800.
Okay, 9800 XD. So that's only an 8-core processor, which is not a lot for productivity, which is also why in Cinebench, which is pure rendering performance, it doesn't score very high in the multi-threaded one.
We can go back to the single performance. There, it's not that bad.
No, the single core performance is of course quite high. Yeah. It's a modern CPU, but it's not a productivity CPU. Yeah, 9950X
at the bottom.
Yeah, but it's not ranked on score here. But the 9950X is more focused at productivity. It's clocked a little bit higher, scores a bit higher in the single-threaded because of it in this case. And in the multi-threaded, it scores a lot higher because it simply has double the cores. And there you also see that this new 270K Plus is even faster than the 9950X, which is the top-end productivity model in the mainstream platform from AMD. But here it's close. It's close in terms of performance.
But it's still faster.
Yeah.
So in the multi-threaded performance.
And the one you're using was still quite far behind on that same 9950X.
Yeah. So this is where Intel makes a huge jump.
Yeah.
For even with the price in mind.
Yeah, especially in the multi-threaded, because you just get so many more cores for your money.
Yeah, indeed. So then we're going to look at the power efficiency. This multi-threaded power efficiency. So this is a score per watt. So how many 3D points you get what is 3D points or Cinebench points, whatever.
Yeah, points in Cinebench.
Points you get per watt used. So the X3D has here a benefit compared to the previous benchmark. It was low in score, but it doesn't use a lot of power. It's because of the cache. It's quite efficient, so that's why it's here not that bad, not that far. Yeah, it's a big
still
gap.
lower than the others because you still have the overall overhead.
And all the other ones, the 270K Plus, the 285 previous generation, 265 previous generation, are quite close together.
Yeah.
So
and also extremely close to the AMD 9950X.
Yeah. And this is no surprise because it's just a refresh. It's no new silicon, no new production process. It's basically an improved version, the plus version of the old architecture.
You say this, but in the past we've seen with the same architecture, that refreshes actually were a lot more inefficient because sometimes you push them over
the sweet spot.
The sweet spot in terms of efficiency. So for refresh, then they push the frequency so high that it becomes very inefficient.
Well, they also had limited names for those CPUs, right?
That's true. Yeah.
Like better don't buy this. You know, it's for marketing.
Yeah, I think if you remember the KS CPUs,
that one was the one I was referring to.
Yeah, 14900K to the KS. Yeah, the KS huge was
the
slightly faster.
The last one of an old architecture on an old generation, and indeed
really pushing the architecture. And here you see that Intel is still very much within the sweet spot of their efficiency. So they're not yet at the end of the architecture. Of course, it is still a relatively new architecture.
We didn't check overclocking. How that works?
Not yet.
But probably the same like previous generation. I mean, architecture is the same.
But I don't know how much headroom there is in this. No. Now we really tested the CPU as is, but...
I think we're going to do some more, talk a little bit more about productivity. So this handbrake, AV1 1080p, this score is listed in FPS. So the more FPS, the faster you transcode these files. So yeah, here it's... the best CPU, the 270K.
Yeah, it's
on top.
For these kind of workloads, it's crazy fast.
And you can compare this with the 265, so which gets a score of 86 versus 108. That's where the 4 cores help.
Yeah. Yeah, so big. I'm also kind of surprised by how far ahead it is of the Ultra 9 in this case.
Yeah, because that one was on par with the AMD 9950X.
Yeah, and this one is quite far ahead with the same core count, with slightly faster E cores but slightly slower P cores.
What is the giveaway for? We have a game we are going to give away, Resident Evil.
Yeah, that's right, that's Resident Evil.
Yeah, indeed. And you can in YouTube and what is it? YouTube and Twitch. You click on the Gleam link. Each 5 minutes is there.
Otherwise, go to msi.com/2/insider. But yeah, quite impressive what this new CPU does.
And then memory. We already talked about the improvement of memory. So it's only on CUDIM. We tested this
officially.
Yeah, officially indeed. Yeah. We tested this one with normal memory. So for the Intel systems, we used DDR5 7200, CL38. And for the AMD ones, we use 6000 CL30 because that's the most optimized memory for that platform, and you don't have...
you can go higher with AMD as well.
In clock speeds, which you run into problem with
you have the Infinity Fabric frequency, and if you get it out of sync, you basically get a latency penalty.
You lose too much performance,
yeah, or at least you don't gain it.
Yeah.
So not really worth it to go much higher, like maybe 6000 CL28, for example, would still be interesting. Some can do a 1-to-1 ratio with Infinity Fabric up to like 6400 if you have a very good CPU, but that's not the case for all of them. Intel works different. It's a completely different architecture, so it basically scales in a different way as well, and scales a bit further in terms of frequency. And also, of course, with these 7200, which is, I would say, like the default memory speed that I would expect most people to pick on this platform. Well, maybe not so much now with the prices.
With the pricing, that's a problem. That's a problem. Yeah. Let's say in a normal situation, in the past, November, October, this would be the advice, indeed.
I also saw the...
And we already showed that AMD has a big benefit with running single DIM. Or
on X3D specifically.
Yeah, you're right.
But I also saw that a couple of media were already testing the Intel platform as well with lower frequencies, so you can see what kind of performance hit you can expect when, for example, going for a 6000 or even lower kit. A little bit of a spoiler, it is a little bit slower, but it's not that bad. At least if you go for like a 6000.
So a bigger impact on AMD, but still affordable, especially with these high prices.
At least it is a bigger impact than compared to AMD X3D. Yes.
Sorry, I need to.
But still, it was not too bad.
Yeah.
So if it is a lot less expensive, then it can definitely be worth it, especially if you're going for like a 250K plus.
I see a wise person in the chat. I want a lucky plush. No GPU and no other components, please.
Who needs a 5090 if you have a look?
Wise person.
Where is our... Oh, it's
it's hiding.
Table, yeah.
It's hiding. Well, we have
we
have one over here.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about latency. What is here to say?
Well, this is actually quite interesting as well, because when you compare the 270K to like the 285K, for example, you see quite a bit of a decrease in memory latency.
Yeah. So all the Intel we tested with CL38 7200, but you see the new generation is it's much better, and that also has to do with first of all the memory frequency support on CU DIMM is increased. So this means that the platform is optimized. The die-to-die, because you talk with the memory controllers with the CPU die, is improved. And we did some internal benchmarking. Some other things changed, but we still don't know what. So
but
they
here
did some.
You really do see that Intel really did some optimization with the refresh.
Yeah, and the strange thing is they're not talking about it.
No, and it is something that they got quite a bit of backlash when they initially launched the Core Ultra series for desktop. Yeah. Because memory latency was a bit of a pain point, which you especially saw in certain games.
This is already the improved version, because after launch they fixed it a little bit.
Yeah, a bit, yeah. But you still see, because this is a very recent benchmark, you still see that the 270K Plus is quite a bit better on memory latency than the 285K, which you will also see in certain gaming results. Because memory latency can be quite a big factor when it comes to
engine.
Yeah, depends on the game engine. But some are quite sensitive to it.
The strange thing is here, Intel is not really talking about it. What kind? I mean, they talk about direct die optimization, they talk about other stuff, but they're not really talking about what
not in detail yet. Yeah. Maybe they still will.
Well, can be.
Because there seem to be improvements for sure.
Yeah, indeed. And that's only good, right?
Yeah.
And latency, the lower the better. Game benchmark time.
Yeah.
This is going to be a little bit difficult, Mike.
Yeah, let's see if my
so because we use the same account.
No, not anymore, I think.
Not anymore.
I think Peter quickly fixed it for us, because otherwise we couldn't run it simultaneously.
Tom Clancy, right?
And then it takes a lot of time. Yeah. Rainbow Six Siege.
I used to play this in the beginning.
Were you any good?
No. You need to have a team. You need to have communications, people you can trust. You know what to do. And
it was a good game.
Nobody can trust me.
But I think you have to be quite patient, right? Because you have to hold angles and stuff. And I'm not patient enough, I think.
But it's a little bit strategic game, so that's interesting. Often maybe tactical.
I'm more of an arena shooter person. I'll just
go in
and shoot.
Guns blazing. No questions. Okay, Mike.
Yeah.
It's you.
I'm still connecting to the Ubisoft servers.
Solid Snake. So they also do skins and stuff in this game, like a third-party IP.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I also didn't know.
I get a nice movie.
Wanna skip the movie?
Yes, confirmed.
We always want to skip the movie.
Quick match?
No, we're going to do some benchmarking.
Quick match.
Let's make sure we run the same in-game settings.
Well, help me, because I don't know where to find the benchmarks. I go to options.
Yeah. And then you go to graphics.
Graphics.
Well, maybe check display as well, because I think you're running a 4040p monitor. Set it to 1080p, so we're even there as well.
Yeah, 1080p, full screen, 60.
Yeah.
Auto.
By the way, the monitor here is this is the capture card, that's the monitor.
Same here.
Yeah.
Aspect ratio, audio, VSync off, FPS limit. Auto, sorry, auto. VSync off, FPS limit off, widescreen letterbox off, field of view 60, and then 100.
Yeah,
and brightness, that's a button, okay.
And then you can press apply.
Apply. Yeah, I had to change the resolution.
Yeah.
Do you want to keep? Yes, please.
Okay, then go to graphics.
Graphics. I have reflex low latency on.
Yeah.
Ultra plus.
Correct.
Very high.
Yes.
Maximum.
Yes.
16 times.
Yes.
Ultra plus.
Yep.
Very high. Ultra. VFX quality.
Wait.
Ultra. Whoa.
Before that one. Reflection.
The high.
Okay, good.
VXF is Ultra plus.
Yeah.
One moment, I'm going to scroll. Occlusion, SSBC plus.
Yeah.
lens is bloom plus lens flare.
All good.
No. Off.
Oh, that one off? Okay.
Right. I
There we
mean,
go.
this is like a blur effect, not?
It's a benchmark though, so. But if we both switch it off, then it's fine.
Okay. Field of depth. Depth of field. What
Depth
the
of
hell?
field,
Zoom
yeah.
in depth of field.
Field of depth.
Yeah. Anyway, on.
Yeah.
What do we do with the NVIDIA Deep Learning Super Sampling?
DLSS. No,
Yeah.
off, because we want to do rasterization performance. We really
Yeah,
want to test
okay.
how it.
AMD off. TAA anti-aliasing 150. Bingo.
Okay, apply.
Apply.
Then
Benchmark.
benchmark.
Shall we switch to mine?
Yeah, we can switch a bit in between. In the top right, you can see which system you're looking at that specific
In
time.
this case, a 265K.
Yeah, so that's Eric's system and the 270.
Previous generation.
Yeah, because Eric is a bit older, he gets a slightly older system.
Older, slower. You should
And it
say-
goes hand in hand, right?
Yeah. You should say Erik is a bit older and slower. Well, that's why we were in the benchmarks. We still don't know yet.
That's true. I have a feeling though.
Mm-hmm. I saw some benchmarks which give an indication. Now,
So this is more of an esports title. It's
Yeah,
not
absolutely.
not one of the most demanding games, but that does mean that usually they're a bit more CPU bound. So a CPU can make a bigger difference in
I have
esports titles generally.
15% left on my notebook.
Then I hope you don't
so-
have a lot of slides left.
we don't need to. We need to hurry. That should be. That should be
Should
fine.
be okay. Yeah, should be fine.
Just saying, I didn't start with 100%, and otherwise I'm going to get a Type C cable somewhere.
With a phone charger.
Yeah, why not?
Hey, you can test my 27 watt power delivery.
That's not enough for a notebook. I think I need 100.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
you need a bit more for that.
So these are the results.
Mhm.
I get 365 FPS.
They're actually not slower here.
So I switch to Mike. So this is mine score, and Mike is 363.
So you actually won.
Oh, sorry. Full screen. Yes.
Did you cheat with other settings?
No.
That's interesting because it's similar performance. How does that match up to what we tested?
Okay, I'm going to check.
Then we can also see how the other CPUs.
So, PPT. Ruud is his benchmark, also on other platforms. And yeah, there is a little bit of a difference. That's kind of strange.
Am I lower or are
You are
higher?
lower. You should be 455. And I'm at...
We did change some settings. I don't know what he
because
tested
I'm quite
exactly.
close. Ruud tested 386 for my CPU and 455 for yours. And
Yeah.
I'm 365, so that's only a few frames off.
Shall we test it again and see if I reset all the settings and then put it to 1080p Ultra?
Oh yeah, Ruud, indeed. What? You didn't put it to 1080p Ultra?
Yeah, I matched your settings at least.
Okay.
But I'm not sure if they're 100% identical to what we tested.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
I'm gonna
We
go,
don't know that.
Yeah. Let me see.
Oh, I'm switching to Mike. He's going
Yeah.
to re-benchmark because my benchmark is according to what
Oh.
Ruud tested.
Settings. And here.
The bloom we switched. That's
Which one did you have? 1080p Ultra, right? So overall quality Ultra, I think.
oh, I don't know.
It usually uses the preset then.
1080p. That's display,
Because
right?
now I'm at custom because we did make an adjustment, but I will put it at Ultra.
Okay.
Can
I
you do the
also-
same?
Ultra?
And did you reset everything else?
No. I mean, how to reset?
Yeah, I think it should
Yeah,
automatically
yeah.
adjust rest.
So
It should be
apply.
okay.
Bench. I clicked faster, so it's finished.
Yeah. But interesting that because indeed
Yeah.
with Ruud's benchmark you see quite a bit of difference. You're not running a certain tool that we will talk about later?
No, I switched it off. I can check.
Already a bit of a teaser of what we're going to tell later on.
Mm-hmm.
Because Intel launched something else that can make a bit of a difference in performance.
But not this much. No, that's not a problem. It's not that I'm
No,
fast,
I
it's
don't
you're
think
slower.
it's not even available in this game, by the way. So
Yeah, and you're slower.
I'm slower. That's true.
Yeah, so you're the problem.
I guess so. Oh, by the way, Ruud's results are not with a 5080.
Oh, different kind of...
He used the 5090 for sure.
Okay. Then I'm doing really good.
Then you're doing well.
Yeah. But you suck even more.
It can also be that we're GPU limited here.
Could be.
With the 5080 and with the 5090 it can be because it's slightly faster. Well, slightly faster, it's quite a bit faster.
L101, yeah. Me too.
Ridley Once has got a lot of MSI merch in my gaming room at the moment.
Cool.
Nice. But I ain't got the bowl opener you have that other user has in there.
Well, sorry, Mike took it.
Interesting, because now I do outscore you quite a bit.
Yeah. So mine is at 377 and Mike is at 415.
So then it definitely looks like we were GPU limited because we were running it at Ultra Plus. Now I want to do another test.
Okay.
Set it to low.
Okay.
And see what happens. So we're gonna make it more CPU limited.
Apply.
So keep everything the same, just overall quality, low,
yeah, apply,
and
click.
bench. So in the previous run, we were probably just benchmarking
This is
the
like a
graphics
graphical bug or something.
the flashing that you have.
No, with the leaves in the beginning.
No, I think it's part of the benchmark.
Strange. Strange. I mean, I
Very
would...
creative.
Yeah, true that.
And then it also makes sense that you're slightly faster in the Ultra Plus one because your graphics card is slightly faster, has a slightly better cooler.
Yeah. This is outdated, the graphics, not?
Beantown TV says we're both limited. Ha! Yes, we are for sure.
Indeed.
More than just CPU and GPU limited.
Certified limited.
Yep. Elite is asking, what time is the raffle? We have several drawings throughout the stream. So later on we'll do
5 minutes ago. I'm going to do a new one.
Yeah, later on we'll do it.
He wants to play that game.
I don't. I don't like horror games. I heard it's a very good game though.
It is a good game. Yeah.
Resident Evil also has quite a loyal following of players.
We're looking at the mic system.
Interesting.
Whoa, Mike is
because
at
now you're
502. Of
402.
402, sorry. And I'm at 460.
So this is also quite inconsistent because one benchmark.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to switch off this game.
Yeah.
We played enough with it, right?
Yeah.
And we don't know why this is happening. If we let me see, where is the exit? Here's the exit.
Because I expected the difference to become bigger here.
So we go to the PPT. Yeah.
So this is Ruud's testing with a 1590.
Yeah. You see the X3D still outscores everything.
Ruud also has another benefit. He usually takes a little bit more time to test, so he runs multiple times.
And he's a pro.
He's a pro,
I mean,
and he averages.
Yeah, and we lack skills, so.
That's true. We're limited.
We're limited. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to do a lucky draw.
Can also be positive, right? Limited edition.
You do the blah blah blah.
Yes. If you haven't participated yet in the giveaway, make sure to do so. Go to msi.com/2/insider, or if you're watching on Twitch or YouTube, you can just follow our direct link to Gleam that our bot puts into the chat once every 5 minutes.
And please have a normal name that I don't have to butcher.
Oh, now it's coming. So now it's someone who password generated their username.
Yeah.
Doable?
Next. Well, you know, I'm very happy today because all 3 winners so far are using the loyalty bonus. That's quite easy. I mean, we're running for so many years. So thank you. So this is a ChatGPT. ChatEep.
Yeah, because your battery is almost empty, your brightness is way too low.
Oh, yeah.
ChatEep?
It's all pretty.
This kind of sounds like a bird in spring, Chatip.
Yeah, okay.
But congratulations, you also won a game code for Resident Evil Requiem. Congrats. Oh, there, Chatip is in chat. On
Hey, good to see you.
At least that is what the nickname said. So yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's you. If you get an email with a game code, then yes, it was you.
Yeah, and otherwise somebody is copying your nickname.
Yeah.
Possible. Okay.
Well, it's not the most common name, so
No.
I would think it's you.
Anyway,
Congrats.
probably tomorrow you will get
Giga Rams as a YouTube
email.
chat. That's not how you say my name.
Okay, F1. We are not going to do this one live. 1080p medium settings, 25 edition. I mean, X3D again. It's a gaming CPU.
Yeah, and this is also the why we tested both the 89 or the 9800 X3D and the 9950X, because
Yeah.
one is really targeted at gaming and the other it's still fine at gaming, but it's more of a productivity CPU with all those cores. And here you can also see that nowadays Intel, in terms of performance, is very close to the 9000 series non-X3D. They're trading blows most often. Whereas the 9000 X3 is still a bit faster, of course, profiting from that 3V cache. Also a bit game dependent. Some games go really, really well on X3D CPUs. Some okay, but nothing special. But yeah, this one runs great on a 9800 X3D.
Okay, next game, Marvel Rivals, 1080p medium settings. And here again, you see it's a bit faster than previous generations. So 265 and 285 had a decent gap, logical gap based on the lineup. 198 and 211. This one is 7 frames faster in this benchmark.
Yeah.
And for a very low price.
Yeah, for sure.
So, I mean, it's good to be a gamer. And X3D here, it's a bit faster again. But yeah, it's really a gaming CPU. And the benefit of this Intel CPU is also in multi-threaded productivity.
It's very interesting for people who do both.
Yeah.
Who do both gaming and
because then the
productivity
X3D is not that interesting. It's very good for gaming, but it has a low, normally
9950
low...
X3D, of course, can do. Yeah, it's expensive, but it can do both.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, next one.
But yeah, you do pay for it for sure.
Shadow of the Tomb Raider. This we're going to test, right?
We're going to test this later on with something special.
Yeah. Okay. So this Shadow of Tomb Raider, X3D again, biggest winner here. It's this one is on par with the Ultra 9 285. So 282 versus 280, about the same score, maybe even a margin of error. And then the 265 is behind with 260 FPS. And the AMD, interesting at the bottom, 9950X is also 312. So yeah, AMD is doing very good in this game. We're going to benchmark this game. Oh, you're already starting it. Okay, me too.
We're not going to talk about the theory first with that one?
Oh,
or
yeah,
do you have more regular
benchmarks?
benchmarks?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I have Far Cry 6. True. Yeah, I saw you booting it. I'm like...
I was like, yeah, it can already be booted in.
So Far Cry 6, 1080p ultra settings. Here also faster than the U9, 285. And it's a big gap with the 265KF. And that's not because of the F. That's because the CPU has 4 extra cores and a lot of other optimizations. So 180 FPS. So yeah, good bang
Higher
for buck.
clocks as well on the 270K.
Yeah.
But again, the X3D is mighty here.
Cyberpunk 2077 again, 1080p medium, always 1080p. Low settings because we want to test the CPU and not the GPU. X3D, winner. And again, you see the same pattern, 270K plus.
But here the X3D, the difference is not as big as, for example, in a previous game.
No. But that's what you normally see in Tomb Raider. The gaps normally are big. It's really, how do you say that?
No, I think the previous was Marvel Rivals?
No.
Or the, Far Cry it was.
Far Cry, yeah.
So there the average frame rate of the X3D is even,
yeah.
Or the 1% lows are even higher than the average of the other one.
Indeed.
That's crazy high.
Okay, Cyberpunk, all the Intel CPUs are basically on par, but this one is also faster. And then we're going to test something new.
Question in chat, paired with which RAM? So the AMD ones were paired with DDR5 6000 CL30, and the Intel ones with DDR5 7200 CL38. That may sound unfair, but with AMD you can go higher, but you get out of sync with your Infinity Fabric and you basically get the latency penalty, so it's not really worth it to go higher on the AMD. And especially for the X3D, which you can see in one of our earlier live streams a few weeks ago, is that X3D is very insensitive to memory frequencies and memory timings.
So Mike, let's talk about this.
Yes.
This is something new.
Yeah.
It has a funny name, iBot.
Yeah.
And this is about, it's a new trick from Intel. Let's call it a trick or like a boost, a feature, whatever. But
that's not really a boost feature.
Basically, when you...
Optimization.
Optimization, yeah. When you create software. So, I mean, we already talked about the performance out of the box. It's good. Price? Yeah. Very good. So, you have a good deal. But Intel did something extra with the CPU. And if you develop software, for a software designer, it's always difficult. What platform are you going to run it on? Because you can optimize for Intel, you can optimize it for ARM, or maybe you're a game developer and you create your game for a PlayStation 4. And later it will be ported, and also it can run on a PC platform. Each CPU has, can have optimizations so it's running better. And normally this doesn't happen because the software developers or the game developers, whatever you want to call it, they don't have all the hardware to test it. They don't, they don't have the time to optimize it. And that's basically what this side is saying.
Also, certain games, after a certain period of time, they stop optimizing. So if you then launch newer CPUs, they are not optimized for those CPUs.
So you see that on the right side, source level optimization for the performance gain. That's perfect. But of course, it's very costly. And it doesn't scale well because
that's basically what the game developer has to do. Has to put work in this. Yeah.
Then you can do this at OS level, which means it's generic. It's very cost effective. It scales very well, but the performance is not optimal.
So basically, Windows is deciding what goes where in terms of cores and threads and.
Yeah. So and this is where Intel said the opportunity is in the middle. This is where we can benefit. And Intel already had what is called APO. APO.
Yeah.
APO. And APO basically was like a scheduler where they, is that maybe my next slide? Yeah. Maybe we first talk about APO. So APO is basically what AMD was also doing. They were disabling cores because they said, okay, this software, you know, it's not running optimal with all the cores I have because I have E cores, P cores, and some more cores. The software doesn't know where to execute the code. So it's inefficient. So this APO tool on some games, there's a list here, you see this on the right. Basically it was switching off some cores, so it forced this code, and in this are only, mostly games listed, it forced to execute this code on certain cores, which would benefit performance. The other side of it is so this is the OS optimization. The other side is the software optimization, and that's why Intel now has the Intel binary optimization tool. iBot. I already told Mike this should have been called AI bot. I mean, AI
missed opportunity.
Yeah, missed opportunity. It's very popular.
AI everything.
Yeah. But I think you see the graphic, the Tetris graphic, and that's quite clear because without binary optimization, all the code is going there, but it's not executed optimal. So basically, it's slowed down. And with this iBot or binary optimization tool, basically the code. Do we have the technical explanation? Yeah, you want to talk about it?
Like to explain it simple. Yeah. Is instead of putting all the work to the game publisher and developer, which is usually already a challenge if it's an older title, because of course a game publisher and developer, they will focus on their newest titles and they will optimize for that. With iBot, they run it in a kind of tool, Intel. So they have like a certain diagnose.
Yeah, and this is built in the CPU. So the CPU basically is analyzing the code which is coming in, and they're basically saying, this part of the code doesn't have to be in my cache because it's inefficient, it doesn't get executed, so it's just taking.
So it kind of addresses the lack of optimization on a source code level of the game.
Yeah, indeed. So it's taking the binary code, not the source code. Source code is not compiled. The binary code is the executable, let's say like that.
Yeah.
It's hexadecimal code, blah, blah, blah. And it's going to take that code apart and say, okay, this kind of instruction I can run more efficient. So I'm going to in a different way. It's executing all the code. Because Intel also said in a lot of interviews, please go check. I mean, a lot of media have interviews about this or articles about this. They all said,
and that's why I think the Tetris visual is good, because it's the same blocks but organized differently, and one also finishing earlier.
Yeah, indeed. So,
or at least look.
We're going to play around with this.
Yeah.
See what it's doing.
So this new Intel binary optimization tool is actually located in the same utility that you know from APO. So here you basically, it's an extra
I closed my notebook to save battery life. It was only 11%.
Let me, I just decreased my scaling a bit because I couldn't see the switch on top.
Is that cheating? Is that to get better performance?
No, because I couldn't
125, I do the same.
Yeah, 125 is, then at least we can see everything and people can also maybe...
No, not everything, 150 I can see more. I can see,
but I couldn't see
better.
I couldn't see this part, that's why. Yeah, you need it, yeah. So for the people who already played around with APO, maybe you may know this application already, this utility. And here you see all the different APOs. So here you see all the game titles that are supported. Actually, not only game titles. So for example, also Geekbench is in there. But it's mostly games that have this optimization. Now there is a second column in this tool. And what's interesting is that this is not just for the new refresh models. So also Eric's old 265K can actually run this and can also use this iBot feature. First, I'm going to run Shadow of the Tomb Raider the regular way.
The list of games is quite limited at this moment. And it looks, well, we were going to show to you, it looks like a promising technology. But of course, you need more games, you need more applications.
With APO, you already see the list got a bit longer over time. So,
in my opinion, to be honest, still short.
Still relatively short, but getting longer, and now the iBot, because of course this is very new, it's still only...
If I would advise Intel, I would say, you know, put each game therein, and if you don't have an optimization or it doesn't help, switch it off or make that clear. Not each game, but you know, like 200 games.
Also important to mention, this is an opt-in feature. So this doesn't happen automatically. If you want to use this on your Core Ultra processor, you have to install this utility and you have to enable it manually inside this software. So when you can switch it here, and then you can also individually switch things on or off for different game titles.
Now, I think you need to start the game after you enable it, right? Because like binary optimization tool, it's not like you're half in the game and says, oh wow.
No, it's not that you
I recognize this code from last week. It looks like...
Switch it on beforehand and load your game. So mine was still off. I will keep it off for now, and I will run a benchmark in Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which is one of the supported titles. And then we're going to compare the scores, what it does without the iBot and with the iBot.
iBot playing Tetris with binaries.
Yeah. What tool was that? That's Intel's application optimizer tool, so which is also used for the APO feature that Intel already had. You can find it on our website. Display and graphics. So let me see. Let's put this 1080p. Do we want to change more settings or just run it and see what happens? I hope it's not too GPU bound with the 5080. It should be okay-ish, I think.
So did you now enable it or disable?
Now it's disabled.
Okay, so first the basic run.
Let's first do a basic run to see what happens. And then I will enable it and we will see what the difference is. A question on XChat. ResXBeast is asking only for Ultra 5 and Ultra 7. No, this should be available on all the Ultra 200S, I believe. So also the Ultra 9 to...
The previous Ultra 9.
Yeah, the previous one.
Because now they only released the Plus version, there are only 5 and 7 indeed. But we did not test if there's any performance difference between 5, 7 and maybe like 3. Actually, we found out only today that it also runs on the previous generation.
No, Ruud already tested with this earlier,
Well,
we found out today.
That's what I said.
We were like, does this also work on the previous models? And Ruud already tested everything.
Yes.
That's always good, right?
Yes, it's in the benchmark, you're looking at it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Janusz was saying I will playing Tetris with binaries for sure. No Italy, someone is mentioning. I think that's for the giveaway. Indeed, we have to exclude Italy, unfortunately. That has to do with the local law.
VAT law in Italy. If you want to do a giveaway or a raffle, I think you need
is it VAT law?
I think you first need to register at the government that you're going to do that.
Okay.
Has to do with like income, etc.
Oh, I thought it had to do with gambling because it's like a
no, I thought it has to do with you need to register. Anyway,
yeah, because there are some more
we don't like paperwork, you know.
But there are some more countries that have rules that unfortunately we have to. I think Brazil is another one that you cannot include because of it.
Which you can say, oh no, you need, with VPN maybe you can.
I haven't tried.
Why not? I mean, if your IP comes from another country.
I think because yeah, okay. When we email
you,
a code,
you don't have that from me.
Yeah.
It's a guess, but
when we email a code, we cannot see where the person is from.
We don't care.
Yeah. Well, if we have to ship.
Oh yeah. Officially, we care. We don't want to break the law.
But if we don't know, we don't know.
Yeah.
Quite a long benchmark.
We need to cut this part out. Yeah, it's indeed it's a long benchmark.
Paglamia says Canada is simpler if you exclude Quebec, though. Is it like a different kind of rule in Quebec that makes it difficult there?
It's not included in our giveaway. Excluded in our giveaway.
No, Canada is included for sure.
Yeah, and Quebec as well.
Yeah, being part of Canada, yes.
But we only have it in English, not in French.
No.
No. My God, it wants to show the whole game to us. What kind of benchmark is this?
It's a showcase.
Damn.
There we go.
Okay.
I think. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 277 frames.
You want me to write this down?
Yeah, on your empty notebook.
No. I use my phone. Is that the only thing you want me to write down? Or is there like low mists?
Let me see. We do have the
average.
Yeah.
That's average. What do you want? Min, max, FPS?
Yeah, I want let's do the 95%.
Percentile, probably.
Yeah, percentile. Yeah.
What is that? 205?
Yeah, 205.
Slash 205. You need to remember what I wrote down, right? I just key in some numbers.
Yeah.
205.
And an average to 77.
Yeah. Okay. Now you need to shut this off, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna completely switch the game off. Quit. Okay. And then I go back to my Intel application optimization tool. So here I press enable and then I check my game as well. Here, Shadow of the Tomb Raider. So you see iBot here is enabled for Shadow of the Tomb Raider. What you cannot do, by the way, if you have this switched on, you cannot switch this on when
okay, so it's
APO,
part of.
Yeah, it's part of.
Well, let's say it's already taken into account if you need to run it on certain cores.
Yeah, so basically if you want to enable iBot, APO will always be enabled.
And you now had APO enabled, or not?
No, I had it here. I had it disabled.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
So now I enable it.
I mean, it's not that I want to see the whole benchmark 5 times, but I would say...
You didn't like that?
No, I didn't like the... But I would say we should do another time, later, a benchmark with disabled. Well, we just did. Then only with APO enabled, and then with, on top of that, yes.
Yeah, then you can also see the difference. Yeah.
Because then we know what the APO is doing.
But APO, at least in my experience,
small difference.
Yeah, small difference.
Yeah,
of course, because you're limited to that operating system level that you're working with. So iBot it can go a layer further. Yeah, so to say.
So iBot enabled.
Yeah. And let's enable Shadow of the Tomb Raider as well.
Play.
Well, play, benchmark.
Showcase.
Yeah. Okay.
Nexus, Dutch company. Hoe do the ports
Yeah.
from the consoles to the PC?
Go back to graphics. We keep the rest all the same, and we just go run benchmark. So for average, it was 277 in the previous
Yes,
one.
and 205 for 95 percentile.
Yeah. Later on, we will also show Ruud's benchmarks. By the way, he already tested with this.
If there's still some juice in my notebook.
If there is still some juice in your notebook, because he tested with a stronger graphics card, which makes it...
And included AMD CPUs.
Included AMD, and he also tested, for example, your CPU with this feature.
Okay.
Not just the new ones. And I think he also did the same for the Core Ultra 9 285K.
Do you think this will get the DLSS 5? A lot of people are hating on it, right?
Yeah, it is a hot topic.
Yeah.
Topic of debate.
yeah.
And I've heard different opinions though. It seems a bit like love it or hate it.
Well, you can enable and disable it.
That's true. That's true. I think it. I have to admit, in certain situations, it is kind of impressive.
I saw I mean, there are a lot of memes, but I saw a very nice meme. Like, people now are also afraid that game developers get lazy because DLSS 5 will fix it. So I saw a meme of like a very ugly game, DLSS 5 off, and then all it was really beautiful.
I'm also...
Well, who knows?
I'm very curious also what the performance will be like, because I know NVIDIA on their demonstration they ran a 5090 with a separate 5090 running. Of course, stuff will be optimized and will get better over time. But I'm curious how much the penalty will be for...
I think that's no problem. First of all, this was a technology demo, very early, and this
also how far do you take it?
This was also GTC, right? It's for the professional guys who do all the rendering, the AI stuff, and each year everybody is hating on this, like, you don't have any GeForce, you don't have any GeForce. Now they have a substantial announcement, interesting stuff. Yeah. So I think we should applaud them for that. Yeah. They show probably because they say it's running on a dedicated GPU, so it's still like I think they said in fall they will launch. Not sure.
Yeah, it's late this year for sure. It still takes.
So it needs optimization time, and then what if in the current generation they can optimize it and it's maybe taking 50%? I'm just assuming, I don't know anything, but it's taking 50% of your GPU. Yeah, not good. But then they have a reason to launch a new GPU with some new Tensor Cores 5 Turbo Max Plus, and maybe then it's
Super TI.
Yeah, and then maybe
Super TI AI.
then maybe it's optimized, and everybody who wants to have DLSS 5
and
will
also
have
with
to go
these
for
kind
that
of
one.
Demos, of course, they go all out, and that's also why I have a separate graphics card.
Yeah.
I think maybe the eventual version will be a bit more modest.
Yeah. I can only applaud them for the innovation.
Yeah, and I think...
And it's scary, I totally agree.
Yeah, and like for all the titles, I think it's...
Woo! Holy hell.
This is also quite impressive. Yeah. Because we went...
I'm not talking about Mike, I'm talking about the benchmark.
Thank you, Eric.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were at 277 average,
indeed,
and now we have iBot enabled, and we're averaging 319 FPS.
Whoa.
What was my...
205?
Yeah, the 95th percentile. Yeah, was 205, and now 241. So also increased quite a bit.
That's even bigger step.
Yeah. Like mentioned before, iBot is still only available for a very limited number of games and programs.
In my opinion, it's more like a technology demo.
At this point,
if you play one of these games, yes, you will benefit. And not each game will benefit. I mean, some games will only have a 3% benefit. Or a 6%, 8% benefit, and I saw from the list 2 games that had this is like a 22 or 21% performance boost.
Yeah, because this one is quite big. It will not be this big on all of them.
No. Yeah, so let's say I think they were during their what was it, keynote or their launch event. They were talking about, I think, don't quote me on this, but 8% on average or 6. I think 8%
Yeah,
on average.
I think 8 is.
Yeah, indeed. But there was like 2 games like huge and a lot of games, not a lot, but like 5 games like in the 3%.
You see that often with technology. Certain games benefit
Skill,
a lot
yeah,
more from certain things than others, and Shadow of the Tomb Raider seems to be one that does benefit a lot.
Promising. The theory behind it is solid. I mean, it makes sense. They said in the interviews that it's kind of a lot of work, to get this done. So maybe,
but not as bad as when all the game developers have to do this.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Still, it is a time saver in terms of optimization.
Yeah.
But yeah, the benefit of this will really depend on how many games will be supported by this in the future.
Yeah, indeed. I'm checking the chat. Let's hope changing doesn't win. Oh. Let's see.
But yeah, interesting technology, I think.
Yeah, indeed.
Before your notebook blacks out, if it didn't already, let's have a look at. No.
Yeah,
oh, you actually switched it off.
You want to show? Yeah.
Okay.
Hey.
Conserving
Brains.
energy. Saving the planet.
Yeah. No, saving my battery.
Then we can have a look at Ruud's other benchmarks, because he tested multiple titles with this iBot feature and also multiple CPUs, so we can see more how it compares.
So this is Shadow of Tomb Raider 1080p highest, and iBot is included both on the 270 plus. You see my cursor on the top. So from 280 in Ruud's benchmarks, I mean, we had different kind of forms. We had 270.
Different graphics cards.
Yeah, different graphics cards indeed. To 337, big boost.
Also big
but also on the 285 from 282 to 313. Not as the biggest boost as this one, but as a 7 plus.
Yeah.
But still very interesting.
Yeah.
Also on the 265 from 265 KF in this case, from 260 to 288.
So also quite a benefit.
Really nice.
Yeah.
And this makes also that Intel with iBot in this game is closing the gap to AMD. Still, AMD X3D has a benefit.
To regular 9000 series.
Yeah,
in
indeed,
this game.
indeed.
Yeah.
So Ruud also tested in Far Cry. Far Cry, you also see the same picture. The iBot has a performance increase, but the percentage-wise, it's much smaller. So you talk about over here on the 270K plus, you talk about 180 to 200 FPS. On the 285, you talk 174 frames to 194, 20 frames. Actually, here also 20 frames. Percentage-wise, that's different. And 159 to 181. That's actually percentage-wise higher than the other two.
Yeah. And here is the same story with iBot enabled. You also see that it's around the performance of Ryzen 9000 non-X3.
Yeah, indeed. Far Cry 6. Then we have Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk, the gap, this is one of those 3% ones. You know, it's a new game. Maybe it's optimized for Intel, I don't know.
Well, new game. Not that new anymore.
No, that's you're right. 5 years, maybe even longer already.
No, I'm not sure. Actually.
Anyway, you know, the engine
not five,
is top notch.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's still a very demanding game as well for graphics cards.
Yeah. So, but here you see it's giving some performance benefit, but it's like, I guess, only like 3%. Talking 231 to 238, 223 to 231. Still, you know, 7-8 frames.
But the benefit here is much smaller than what we saw in the two Ubisoft titles.
Yeah. So we want to show you the honest story. You know, it really depends on what platform, first of all.
Yeah.
What configuration, probably, and what game. And then that's it. Okay, so Ruud tested 3 of those
Your
games.
battery lasted the last couple of slides.
I don't know, we still need to do a lucky draw.
That's true, but
No.
Well, we have more systems that we could potentially use for this.
Yeah. Shall I switch it off for the lucky draw?
No,
Safe,
let's do
safe. Oh, you want now? Okay.
Let's do the last lucky draw, because then I have an announcement to make.
Ooh. Yeah, so first make people happy.
Yeah,
and then make people cry.
Sad. Or maybe happy.
Yeah, some probably Mike. Okay, last winner for today. Resident Evil.
Yes.
Game code.
Difficult name?
No, it's easy. You can even do this.
Yeah?
Yeah. Kang D.
Congratulations. You also won a game code for Resident Evil Requiem. Congrats. So congrats again to all the winners. Eric will email the game codes to you in the coming days. with some instructions on how to redeem it. And I specifically say Eric because I have an announcement to make, and that is that I am going to leave MSI.
Sad news.
Sad news. And actually very soon, in about 30 minutes.
You need to still clean up.
Oh yeah.
40, I guess.
40.
Yeah.
Because this is my very last day actually within MSI. I'm gonna start a new challenge at the Dutch tech site Tweakers. Some of our Dutch viewers
You
or
used
Belgian
to work
viewers.
over there already a long time ago.
I used to work,
kind of.
yeah, so before I joined MSI, which was almost 8 years ago already, I used to work for Hardware Info, another Dutch tech site. As an editor. So I wrote news articles, reviews, etc.
Mostly about keyboards and mice.
A lot, but news about so many different things. Yeah. So I did that for about 6.5 years, I think, before I joined MSI. Nowadays, Hardware Info, where I used to work for, kind of merged into Tweakers. So when starting at Tweakers, I will also encounter some of my former colleagues from Hardware Info. And I'm also going to do something quite different from what I do now, because I will be.
Can you already announce it? Or not still?
Yeah, I think.
Maybe keep it quiet.
Yeah, okay.
Otherwise,
people can have a look at Tweakers and they will see an announcement there.
Yeah.
I will keep it quiet for now.
Soon.
Yeah. So for Dutch viewers and Belgian viewers that speak Dutch, because the complete website is in Dutch.
We're lucky here in MSI because Michiel will still organize a barbecue. He doesn't know it yet, but we're forcing him.
So Eric can blame me about his weight.
Yeah. Indeed.
I was doing so well until that barbecue.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, had a great time at MSI, learned a lot, had a great time with all the MSI fans, the whole community. It was a lot of fun to do these live streams as well. Yeah, I think when you look back at all the live streams, we had a lot of bloopers as well.
No, just a lot of fun.
Just a lot of fun as well. Yeah, had a great time.
And you will still see Michiel in the coming months popping up in some videos we still need to release.
Some unedited
which
stuff.
are somehow behind schedule.
But you will not see me in the live stream anymore.
No, indeed.
So the good thing is you will see Eric even more in the live stream.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the benefit.
Yeah, because in
battery running low.
Battery running low.
Thank you so much for all the kind comments in the chat. Oh, everyone is very friendly.
Thank you, Michiel, for all the hard work, for all the sweat and tears and fun you brought to MSI. And yeah, I mean, I already told you, wish you a lot of good luck in your new challenge. Yeah. And I'm sure you will do a good job.
Thank you.
And you're always, no, not always. I won't say back here, welcome. Not always. First the barbecue.
Yeah, first the barbecue.
Hey, thank you all. 2 weeks time, we are going to do, what is it? Which game are we going to do? Not
Crimson Desert.
Oh, Crimson Desert. Yeah, I forgot about the title. Yeah.
But not me, but you are going to.
Yeah. Me or Peter and
you and Peter, I think we
can also be. Yeah? I mean, it's a single player game, I guess. I didn't look at it, so maybe me, maybe Peter. That's all right. So yeah.
2 weeks time, 8th of April.
Yeah, same time. Hope to see you all.
Thank you so much. Also for the past almost 8 years.
Thank you. Bye bye.